Hey, Astra here, and I wanted to share this story with you because I think it will be very helpful for the coming year. If you ever find yourself getting stressed out in your business or feel like you're not doing enough or feel like you are not um, like fulfilling what a good business owner is supposed to be. um, I wanted to share this story with you because hopefully it'll be an example of something that you can kind of, think back and remember what I went through and the decisions I ended up making, and carry it into whatever project or aspect of your own messenger business that you're working on at the time. And step back, take some breaths, remember that while yes, your sole purpose is that you are here to be of support for your tribes, remember also that you're a human being, and as such we have limitations of how much we can do without totally throwing ourselves into the stress zone and freaking out. Um, so so my upcoming program, Peaceful Prosperity, was actually scheduled to begin today and to go all through January. And then there's a bonus week added on in February for unlimited coaching. And I really, when I was planning this out, I really thought it was a great idea to start on, as close to the beginning of January as possible, so that we can all kind of like go through the whole month of the new year together. And it is a good, logically, and it is a good idea, but so Sunday, which was the day of New Year's Eve, I was like kind of, during the course of the day, kind of going through all the tasks and emails and video shares and all the stuff and invitations that I wanted to do, that night and through the course of New Year's Day, to remind people that the Peaceful Prosperity Journey program was starting, and I was like, oh yeah, and then I have to do the Facebook email or invitation, and then I have to, send an email to my mailing list, and then I have to, create and send out or schedule all these tweets and Facebook posts and remind people and share it on all the Facebook groups and yada 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 yada, this, that, and the other thing. And I found myself, like, the more I thought about it, like little by little, the tenser my body became, until like it was that thing where I forget to breathe, and it wasn't like I wasn't fully conscious of that I was in that state until it was at a pretty strong point, where the stress level was pretty high. I was like, oh, I have to do all these things, and and make sure everyone remembers, and whoever's excited to join me, and really, really have their most peaceful and most prosperous year, ever yet in 2018, and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, and then I was like, wait a minute. hold on. I was like, okay. The program is called Peaceful Prosperity, right? And it's about how to have less stress and more success in 2018. More being, less doing. Receiving until your cup is overflowing. Allowing yourself the space to rest and dream and breathe and be. And that's what the program is all about. And yet here I am allowing myself to get into this crazy, almost old earth work tizzy about doing this sort of final, what is it called? The e-blast and all that stuff. And I was getting into that zone of the old earth spazziness. That's the opposite of what I'm about to teach in the program. And I thought, okay, so, obviously it's a good thing I caught myself and that I didn't allow myself to just launch into it from that stressed out, space of like non-self-care, basically. And so I just sat quietly for a few moments and I said, okay, well, obviously I can't launch the program. I can't, open the program and invite people to sign up when I'm in this stress zone, because it defeats the purpose of the whole program. So what can I do? What can I do instead? We're scheduled to go from January 2nd all through January, and then when I started thinking about that again, I started feeling stressed out again, like, and I'm like, wait a minute. So maybe it's, even though logically it feels like a good idea to be together all of January, maybe it's the actual date that I had set to to start the program. Maybe that's really the seed of why I'm feeling so stressed out. So what can I do about this? And I just sat and I said, what if we don't start this Tuesday, meaning, today, January 2nd, but we start a week from today, which I believe is January 9th. Yes, that would make sense. So January 9th, we could start then. Meanwhile, I could have a fun, relaxed Facebook party and, share some gifts, and people can ask me questions about the program, and we just sort of like hang out for a week before the actual program gets started, and I pre-schedule my tweets and posts in a relaxed manner throughout this week as I'm sharing the fun stuff in the Facebook group. And that my body just went, oh gosh, that feels so much better. There's no really, if we start the second week of January instead of the first week of January, we'll still be together for the bigger portion of January. That'll tack on then another week in February. And then the bonus week will happen the second week of February. It's fine. Nothing's written in stone. Tweak it until it feels good in your whole self. And that is the lesson I learned. That is, and I'm grateful to myself for taking a step back and allowing myself to reassess the situation and be flexible and, fit the puzzle pieces in a way where the puzzle feels awesome and where the puzzle feels like peaceful prosperity. So I did it. And this is the first day of the fun free gifties. And this little mini class is the first free gifty for you for peaceful prosperity for 2018. Yay! Thanks for listening, guys. And let me know how this video goes for you and if it's of support and all that jazz.